Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials.
Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to understand the concept of nested gallery. These nested galleries are used to represent a parent-child representation. The use case, what I have taken here, is the project and the task associated with it. So we have two nested galleries in this view. Whenever you click this specific indication, the specific task related to this project will be available and the rest of the items will get shrinked. And rest of the item will show the number of tasks available. For instance, if you click the project 3, all these 5 tasks related to this project 3 will be visible, where rest of the tasks should be hidden. To achieve this use case, I have used a SharePoint list which has project ID, project name, and relevant task details. So each project here will be tagged to a multiple different tasks. So let me jump back to the Power Apps, go to the edit mode, and create this view from scratch. What I would like to add is a gallery. Let me search for gallery and I would like to go with blank flexible height gallery. Insert it, arrange it accordingly, and start editing the properties of the gallery to accommodate the need. So first, what I would like to do is in the property section, I would like to make the template padding as 0, and I would like to connect to the data source which I already have in the app project and the tasks which I showed you in my SharePoint list. So go to the gallery, go to the data source, and make sure you tag project and tasks. If you have noticed previously, you might have seen only the project IDs being listed. So what I would like to do is I would like to take a distinct of project IDs from the project tasks. So let me call it as project ID and let me close the bracket. Once the source is done, you can select and see the form of a table which has P1, P2, P3, P4 till P6. Let me go to the gallery, edit the template and insert the first label which is of project ID. I would like to place it in this corner. Make sure we have a defined height and width for it. So I would like to call the height as 50 and width as 150. Make it center aligned. So this is the first input, which is the project ID. I would like to add one more label, which is of project name. So let me go and place it next to it, expand it a bit more considering the length of the project name. And here I would like to use a lookup function. So lookup of project and tasks where project ID is equal to this item dot value, this item dot value. So this will give you the list of items tagged to that project ID, and I would like to reference it the project name from there. So let me select the project name. Now we have the project ID with the respective project name. The next step, what we would like to do is add a gallery inside this gallery and try to show all the tasks. So let me again go back to the gallery, click edit, and now I would like to add one more gallery which is of type vertical. So select the vertical gallery. So since the vertical gallery got added, I would like to go and adjust the width and the size. Make sure it is placed next after the project name label. Once this is done, I would like to make sure to tag it as a blank and similarly go to edit the template, set the template padding to 0 and the template size for the individual item, I would like to set it as 50. So all these are 50 so that this gets aligned equally. Let's check the size of this. So the height is still 40. Let's make it as 50. So the project ID and the project name where the individual elements of this nested gallery are set to 50 template width and size. Next, what we would like to add here is the data source. So go to the data source. We would like to filter the same data source project and tasks, and we would like to do a reference of where the project ID is equal to what is the label what has been used for the project ID. We need to check it. So it is label 8. So edit it, say project ID is equal to label 8 dot text. Now for each of this template in the gallery 4, which is our main gallery, let me call it as main gallery and we will call it as task gallery. So for each of the main gallery, we have a task gallery, and that source of the task gallery is set to filter the project task with respect to the project ID available in the main gallery. Now, let us include the first text label and let's start entering the information. Let me keep it here, expand it, and I would like to say this item dot task ID. This will give me the task related to the relevant projects. Once after the task ID is entered, I would like to add one more text label, add the next text label, place it accordingly, and we will call it as task name. If you run the app, now you will see you have the project one website design, two different types of tasks associated to this project one. But one thing what you notice is the extra space that is available. So let's try to control the actual height of this gallery to the number of items present inside the gallery. To use this, go to the data source, select the code, whatever you have entered in the items property, and go to the height of the task gallery. Say count rows of the source, and if you remember, we have set the template width to 50. So what we are doing is creating the total height of the gallery to set it to the template width. So first template is 50, second template is 50. Once after this is done, you need to make sure go to the task gallery and hide the scroll bar. Now if you run, you will see this got aligned perfectly. If you see, for instance, we have two tasks for the project 1 and the alignment made perfect. Similarly, we have 5 tasks for project 3 and it expanded automatically. As a next step, we need to make sure to include a split section. I would like to add a rectangle and call it as a line which splits at the bottom of the item. So let me expand it, call the height as 2 so that it will look like a line, and let me go and place it at the corner. One thing what we need to remember is this line should lie next to, that is, end of the task gallery. So go to the task gallery, take the height component, whatever you have defined, paste the same thing on the Y property of that line item. So paste it here. Now if you run, you will see a line to end of all of the item. Now we have a parent with a child mapping. The next thing what we would like to achieve is the expand and collapse section. Go to the main gallery. We need to make sure the width of the main gallery. For instance, if you edit this, you see the template size, the width of this template is automatically set to 280, which we need to restrict. So what we will do is we will again use the height property of the task gallery. So go to template size, say task gallery dot height is automatically the template width for the main gallery. So this gets auto arranged based on the number of items present in this gallery. Now let's start adding the expand and collapse option. I would like to go and insert an icon. I would like to add an icon, place it on this corner, reduce the size, and now I would like to select the option. I would like to use the right arrow mark for the expansion. So go here, search for right, this. Whenever this is clicked, we need to make sure this gallery comes up, else this should be collapsed. We need to make sure even though the gallery getting collapsed, the project 1 and website design should show. So we need to make sure the width 50 is retained whenever this button is clicked. So on select of this, let me say create a variable set where selected project ID and set this to this item dot value. So whenever this is the selected project ID, I would like to have this width automatically expanded to the configurations whatever we made here, else this will be the defaulted to 50. So let me say if where selected project ID is equal to label 8 dot text, If that is same, then we are expanding that specific line item, then show the actual formula whatever we have written, else default it to 50. Let's close the bracket. Since we have changed the height of this task gallery, we need to make sure the same applied to the rectangle whatever we have configured. So let me copy and paste the code for the same as well. Let me run it. Now if you click it, that specific section will get opened. Rest of the section gets collapsed. But still you see the first item of that gallery. So let me go back and configure one more section. Go to the task gallery, copy this code. So whenever this is selected, then show the gallery, else do not show. By this, if you run it, you will only see the task associated with it, and rest of the sections will show blank. So you can add a customized label with required informations, whatever you would like to show. By this, we come to end of this video. If you have any questions, please post it in the comment section and we will be happy to help.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button, and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.